What's going on, ladies and gents? Before we start the video, real quick, this video is going to be a special one. It is how to build Kanae the best possible way with a specific artifact build, comparing outstanding abilities to expert, as well as two-piece curse to two-piece one-hit kill, which works really, really well. And I'm going to explain how and show you guys the setup, plus do some artifact crafting. Before I do that, though, I want to give a big shout out to the Pain Guilds. MNC Zeus, as usual, just killing it. #1 yet again on the list. Pain's Angels number 16, and the rest of the Pain Guilds are murdering the chart. So again, big shout out to all my guilds and all my members, and just want to remind the rest of you guys to go please click that support button. We've got a lot of codes. We've got 5 free codes for you guys coming your way every single day. Make sure you click that support your boy, and let's get yourself some codes. And if you are a spender, remember, if you hit my top 100, you can win a $100 gift card every single season, and my #1 is always guaranteed a $100 gift card every single season. So make sure you join the Discord. And lastly, guys, just to make my life a little easier, please go and click that subscribe, the like, the comment, the notification. We're almost at 100K, guys. I got a special 100K video coming your way when that happens. Thank you again for supporting. Here's the video. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another SLA video. That's right, you're looking at some damn thighs and a little bit more about Kanae as we've been playing the game. So we know we have a testing team. We've been doing some testing, and a lot of you guys actually made this comment, and I mentioned a couple different things. So I'm going to show you guys some of the unique ways to build her. I know we mentioned some of the best artifacts and cores. There's actually another way to build her as well too. Now this, I call this a little bit more of a whaley spender setup, but it is actually the most optimal setup because of one reason. Now a lot of people don't know this because they didn't read the kit. I, as a matter of fact, forgot about it. I knew it worked, but I just didn't realize why, and it's actually in the kit itself. So many of you guys mentioned this in the comment section, but Kanae actually has a unique little setup here in that her second skill over here, Kamatachi, right, actually becomes an ultimate because of her passive, right? Now you can see this right over here. When the Crimson Scarlet or fire effects are gained, the user's Kamatachi skills become their ultimate skills. So this is unique because it allows you to do multiple different things with her, including allow her to get the benefits of that second skill and her ultimate from the one-hit kill setup. So if you are looking for artifacts that will work really, really well outside of the curse setup, two-piece curse, two-piece one-hit kill work extremely, extremely well. And I know some of you guys mentioned this in the video, so I wanted to highlight that. I put it in the comment section and pinned it of the last video to tell people you can do this route if you wanted to, but I didn't get a chance to actually show it to you guys. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit of how the setup works. Now, you do need high attack, you do need high crit for this to work, obviously the way it's supposed to work, and high damage increase. So very, very important things to remember. Now, in this case, we're going to go additional attack. We're going to try to find attack percentage, damage increase. You guys can see right away that doesn't exist, so I might switch this up a little bit, give her attack percentage. We'll go additional attack, damage increase, crit hit rate. So I have one right now that has all of that right there, and that's the one we found. So you want to build this up. Now, ideally, you don't want attack percentage, obviously, for your hunters. You always want to have as much additional attack instead. That's always the better route to go. But in this case, we're just going to show you guys how the build would look. Now, you don't necessarily need to go with the attack percentage part and crit hit rate, because crit hit rate, she already has a lot of it, so you don't even need it technically. Quite honestly, you're better off just stacking as much damage increase and attack as you can. So if we go back here and I change this up a little bit, right, let's just take away crit hit rate from there completely and just put in attack percentage instead and damage increase. If that's in there, then that's great. If not, you guys can see we have a couple options. There's one with defense pen. Defense pen's not a bad option for her, so you can still go with that one if you want. But overall, like, again, crit hit rate not even required. I don't even know why I would need, like, she has so much crit already as it is. You know what, we'll just do this one and see how it goes. But the reason why this works so well as a set for her, of course we'll go to HP instead. Watch HP again. Fuck, I knew it. I knew they're gonna screw me over. The reason why this set works so well is because that ultimate skill, that Kamatachi skill, because it becomes an ultimate, you get 25% more damage from there, right? Now, the reason why I call this a little bit more of a whaley setup, and the reason why I use that terminology, is because your combat power drops drastically when you don't go 4-piece curse or 8-piece curse, right? When you go 2 and 2, you're losing a lot of combat power. So that's the main thing to remember. You're going to need to unfortunately make up for that somehow. And this is again why I called it a little bit more of a whale setup than I did anything else, right? Let's see if any of these go to attack. Okay, there's one attack there. See if we can get another attack out of this. Nice. There's another one. Let's just push this one now and see what we get. Come on, give me another one. Another attack would be amazing. Okay, HP. Come on, one more attack and I'll be happy. Just I don't care about anything else here. Just the extra attack would be nice. Frig, let's go. Okay, so for example, we got that one done, right? I'm gonna go ahead and enhance this real quick with you guys. So we'll build this together, and you guys can try it out yourself. Okay. Now, outstanding ability. I want to talk about this real quick. I mentioned it doesn't work that well. Now, that was with the setup that I had. If you have outstanding ability and you want to use it, it does work really well if you have a lot of MP consumption reduction, right? You need a lot. I'm talking about like at least, I'd say 3K and up, right? Just to make it viable. So keep that in mind. If you are going to build her and use that damage increase is very powerful, but it again does require you to have a better setup overall. Okay, you guys can see now the attack 3 here and the crit hit rate versus this. Now look at the score difference, right? Right away you can see it does drop, and look, the additional attack does drop. But here we're going to just show you guys anyways, like you'll lose a lot of power, unfortunately. You guys will see right away that drop is going to happen fairly drastically. Now, I could have gone a different route here. I could have, of course, chosen a different piece to remove. In this case, like you want crit hit damage over here, and you want as much attack as possible. So what we're going to do is we're going to go, let's go crit hit damage. And the way to do this, guys, is exactly what I'm showing you here, is just kind of look at it and see which one here gives you the most amount of benefits here. Like that probably is her best bet, so we'll put that in there. Okay, and is this boosted? It's not boosted very much, so we're going to go ahead and boost this a little bit. Attack, we're going to get this one up a little higher, 220. Okay, let's try it again. And again, you need really, really high level pieces for this to work, okay? And again, this is why I call it a little bit more whaley, because your combat power does drop. If you can make up for that combat power and use this setup, this is actually the best setup for her, for sure. There's no question about it. I don't think you're going to find a better setup than this. But again, you'll have to look at your own account and kind of figure out what works for you best. And if this can work for you, definitely go this route, okay? Hold on, let's see. Let's see if this goes. Come on, come on, come on. Nope. I need one. I'm trying to get a little higher than 230. I want at least 270. This is eating up my books, man. There we go, 270. Called it. So there you guys go. Now my power, like my 33K now, I was at 33. I was around 33 anyways. So if you look here now, if you look at your overall other pieces, and if you have a better one you can replace, you can mix and match, right? And that's the beauty of doing this. So here we're going to go additional defense because that gives more power. Again, attack percentage, attack. If we have two of those together, we do. Let's see if we have one with that. That's not a bad option. So let's see what we get here. Again, play around with all your pieces, right? Because you might find a piece that ends up giving you way more attack power, and maybe like this one, for example, and maybe that's the one you want to replace with the one that you have, right? And again, make sure that you don't replace everything because you only need two pieces. But at the end of the day, it's not, if you have the resources to fund and get yourself like attack +3, if you have the resources to get yourself like a +4 somewhere, it's worth it. It'll make, look at that, additional attack +4, baby. That's what I'm talking about right there. So this right here is going to be a piece that we're going to just take a picture of that one. We're going to replace this piece for sure, right? So here we go. There we go. There we go. So let's put this one on instead. So we're going to put that on, right? And that right away should boost our attack quite a bit. So look at that, went up quite a bit there. And now, of course, leveling this up. So that's the thing you want to kind of do, is like you got to play around with the pieces. Okay, so enough of saying that. Let's just get this set up for you guys and show you guys how this works. All right, perfect. I'm maxed out. Nice to have defense pen. And we'll just get the attack up. There it is. Okay, good enough. Now we got to replace, of course, one of these pieces. Now, you remember I had a good one for Burning Curse here with +3. So I'm just going to go back and put that one on. And that should automatically put me exactly where I want to be, right? So Burning Curse, where was that piece? It was this one. So there. Boom, right there. Okay, so now if you go back here, you're at 34K. Okay, so that's what I mean by this. So you can play around with this. Now this setup is going to work really well because now your skill, right, that skill over here, where's the second skill? Right here, Kamatachi, right? And as mentioned here, whenever the Crimson, Scarlet, or Fire effects are gained, the user Kamatachi becomes your ultimate skill. So you're doing 25% more attack because of that. Okay, so again, any of these skills here, they'll all do insane amount of damage with this setup. Now, let's talk about outstanding abilities for a second. Because some people want to use it for the damage increase, totally okay. Totally okay. Because you definitely want damage increase for her quite a bit. The only problem here is your MP reduction, right? So as shown before in my last video, my MP reduction's only at, where was it? 3,212. That's not bad. The higher the better. I'm trying to even aim for 4K, to be honest. If I can get for 4K and I can replace this one here specifically for the purple one right here, right, which does the MP recovery, overall this is a better option. So let me just swap these two out for a sec. Okay, so this here would actually end up working out really, really well. So that's kind of what you want. Now, this damage increase one, I obviously would want to remove defense penetration and put damage increase for her instead. This right here is the ideal though. When the user's ultimate skills is used, you gain the critical hit damage for their basic skills by 20%. And because Kamatachi is considered an ultimate, this pretty much procs 24/7. So you absolutely want this one, and you want the damage increase version of it, and you can boost this up like crazy. So let me go and get these all boosted up, guys, and I'm gonna come back here and show you guys some crazy damage set up with this, and we can try it out together. All right, give me a few minutes and I'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back here again. So let's show you guys the setup. All right, now if you saw my last video with the curse and expert set being 4 and 4 with the last setup that I had, which was the following. Okay, so this wasn't damage increase, this was attack and defense pen, I believe. It was not this one, it was the 5% more attack. So it was specifically it was this one here. Okay, so you guys can see additional defense pen, and it was the 5% more attack. So we're gonna switch it over to this, and then right here you guys can see here we went with MP consumption. Obviously gonna try to push that to level 15, and then here I pushed this one to level 10 instead of using the old one that we had, which was this getting your MP back. We're gonna try to do the MP consumption based on basic skill, and then we've tried now the 2-piece curse, 2-piece 1-hit kill, and then outstanding ability. So we're gonna test this out. Now you guys can see here I have 33.8k attack. I've got 50% crit, a little bit lower, but now we have the 20% obviously from the weapons. It's not a big deal. 99% precision, 2.3k MP. We got, what is it, 3,839 MP consumption, 16.8 defense pen, and then damage increase is 18.95. We're gonna try this setup out instead and see how this goes on the guild boss, and then I'm gonna switch it to expert. Now my expert set gives me about another 2k more attack, maybe a little bit more, so it probably will end up being a better result overall, but we can give it a try and see how that goes. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in the guild boss and try this new setup out. You guys already saw the results last time. I think we got 6.7 billion score. This time around we're going to try to see if we can get ourselves a little bit more with this setup as we have going. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this all back into play. I'm going to take the fire stuff out. I'm going to put back in dagger. I'm going to go put this back in as well. Make sure that we have the proper skills in place. Okay, we do. Good, good. And then that's all the right stuff that's supposed to be in there. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in. And I think everything else looks pretty good. I think everyone's got their gear on. Everyone's got their... Oh, gun here I think is missing one of these right there. And Gina's missing, I think it was this one for her. Damage increase. We can also just give her this, honestly, to just boost her up a little bit more. But that overall should allow me to have enough power. Now, the only problem here, the biggest issue we're going to have with this entire thing is going to be the fact that she's no longer the top unit in terms of power. So we do have to remove a core or two. So maybe this is why I took the gun he won out. So let's go ahead and remove this. Let's remove this completely. So unequip. We're going to unequip one of his. Actually, Thomas. Yeah, Thomas is going to be a tough one to unequip. And this is what I meant by whale account. You have to have a really, really good setup for this to work. We might have to just lower his. I won't unequip it. I'll lower it though. Let's give him this one. No, that still won't work either. What does Essel have? See, she's got a lot of things going on here too. So Essel doesn't really need the damage. I mean, she does do fairly well, but she doesn't need it. So we can change this up. Put this one in. That'll lower hers. That put me above. Okay. His is still too high. So here's what we'll do. We'll take this one out and we'll just replace it with something a little bit less. So let's give him this. Okay, so CORES is going to have to be the way to go here, guys. Unfortunately, right? And again, we're just trying to show you Kanae setup. We're not really doing testing on everybody else. So let's give Thomas this, and that should be enough. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in. And let's see if this works versus expert and show you guys what's the better option for you. All right, so going in here, let's give this a try. Hopefully we do a pretty good run, so I don't have to redo this a couple times, but I'm hoping to do at least 2 runs to see if the setup is more optimal than the last setup that we had. Okay, so let's go jump in. And remember, this is not an optimal setup by any means, shape, or form for everybody else. It's just for Kanae testing, okay? There's a lot of lag going on. Wow. What's happening here? Let's hopefully get this off. Okay, there's another shadow step. Here you want to make sure you're in front of the boss if you can as much as possible, remember? So you can get a lot of these extra little bits of damage right there. Because if you miss that like I just did, that's a whole shadow step gone right there, right? So keep that in mind. Alright. Let's go ahead and get these guys, kill these guys off quick. Let's use this up for now. Here we go. Okay, do this. Gonna do her AoE very soon. There's again shadow step in. Again, I'm not doing ultimates right now. I'm just gonna save it just for later. She's gonna go into break phase anyway, so you want to break this quick. Oh, I missed. I hate that thing doesn't let you actually go into a further shadow step. Like once you cast it, if you don't get it on time, it's over. Saving the next alt for ads, by the way, if you're wondering why I'm not using it. So we're already rage 15, not bad, right? So again, gonna use my alt here. Try to get as much damage as we can. Kill as many ads as we can, as quick as possible. It's kind of the goal here. Oh, there's a lot more ads out there. Wow, they're just chilling, huh? These guys are just slacking off right now. What's going on here, guys? What's with all the slack? Alright, boss should be coming up. You ready? Shadow step in. Get ready for Moon Shadow. Gotta get a break in. There it is. Again, Moon Shadow. Oh, see, we missed that. I hate missing that shadow step. That's just such a big DPS loss. Another one I think I missed. Okay, here's another shadow step. Okay, there we guys go. Let's see what we get for her. So 5.845. So there you guys go. So in terms of outstanding ability, I don't think we did as well here when it came down to overall damage compared to expert. Now let's put on expert and try the same thing, right? We're going to do the exact same setup. The only difference here, we're going to switch it around now and put on expert and see if that extra expert stacking will work better than outstanding ability, especially with my setup going. Okay, so this part I don't deny will work really well. It's the outstanding ability one that I had a trouble like grasping a little bit more, because I think my MP is too low for that to work. So if you want that to work, you're going to need a little bit more MP than what I have. And I think it's still a good setup, but again, I just don't think my setup is optimal for it, and that's the main thing. Right now, let's go ahead and put this setup in now and try this again. Now, of course, there's going to be some RNG involved. Don't forget, guys, this is a run for this is a run obviously that will differ greatly based on your SJW performance, so shadow steps and all that stuff that comes into play. But we're going to try this out and see. Now we can test it. Okay, so here you guys can see now I've got 35k, right? And then in terms of overall rest of stats, they look pretty much the same. Not much has changed overall. Okay, so but the attack power did obviously change, and now obviously expert stacks is going to make a big difference. So let's give this a try and see how it goes. All right. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to wait for the shadow step first. Get ready to dodge that one. Okay, get ready for your Moon Shadow. Oh, I didn't dodge. I didn't, for some reason, didn't dash there. Interesting. Oh, I didn't have a dash available. That explains it. Okay, get ready for the ads. Try to kill these guys quick. Let's put them all in one spot. There we go. I should have killed most of them, if not all. Perfect. Get ready to shadow step here. Again, you can fix your rotation a little bit here if you need to, but we're gonna stick with what we have here. Let's go ahead and do this. Okay, get ready for your break, shadow step. This into Moon Shadow. Do an alt. Okay, again, we could save the alt for the ads. It's not a big deal, but I think overall we're just going to throw in more damage anyways. And again, we're not looking at SJW's damage here. We're strictly focusing on damage for Kanae. She should be going down shortly. He goes. All right, time to kill the other ads again. So try to get them all together. Clump them together is the smartest thing you can do. Having a nice little freeze going here to put them all in one spot is also a smart idea. And usually your guys will take care of most of them, but this happens sometimes. This is the annoying part. She's gonna jump up, so get ready for that. Oh, she didn't jump this time. Interesting. Okay. Normally she jumps up at me at that point. There's a break. Take advantage of that quick. Alt. Okay, getting our alt off. Quickly go back into the regular routine of things. Hopefully this doesn't miss. There it is. Good. We should be able to get a shadow step off as well if we time this correctly. There it is. And that is going to probably give us a little bit more damage. Now, I think this has been overall a better run. So this might make a difference in regards to the numbers. But, I mean, at the end of the day, we're looking for kind of, yeah, I mean, we got already 18, 19, about to get 19, right? $19 billion, yeah, 19.6, right? So you guys can see the expert set worked out much better for me, and she's got 9.514. So there you guys go. The set does definitely work. One hit kill curse definitely works, but the outstanding ability versus expert seems to work better for me. That's why I'm getting such better scores. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, go support, like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.